hope it's understood.
Well, thank you, Colin, for that lovely poem, and Barnaby was a very nice eulogy. I'd like to start with the poem, really. I mean, Lewis, my mother said that was one of his favourite poems, and he was very fond of his fellow men. He was also very fond of fellow ladies. The evidence is already here. 4 wives, 6 children, 10 grandchildren, shutting down. You know, there's obviously something in the flower DNA that matched the Clark DNA. He married my mother at 83 years old. So there's hope for all of us. Very impressed. We had 2 weddings, one in Mexico and one up north. And we won't talk about the one in Mexico. So it was a lot of fun. And then, of course, Lewis. I mean, yeah, I have very, very fond memories of him. You know, he was always there. My mum. He was an intelligent man, very intelligent, very well read. He always kept abreast of current affairs. He was always glued to his iPad, reading such publications as The Guardian, which I was very much against, anyway, and The Economist, and lovelyladies.com.
Steady on.
But good old Lewis. The other thing that I remember about him is he loved his food. He loved to cook. Which was great, you know, when we were all young. I mean, he used to cook for us, and it was okay. But in his later years, I used to walk into the house, I'd smell fresh bread. I loved to bake bread. Only I remember one day when he mixed up the plant fertilizer, plant food with flour to bake bread. It was so long ago, wasn't it? So after that, we started to become a little bit, you know, careful. And then another time, he, I think because he's lived in Africa for a while, he loved to sort of goat curry or something. I remember walking in, and he was like cooking, this spices everywhere, a total mess in the kitchen. And he was really into this thing, and I said, well, what is that you're cooking with? He said, it's just olive oil. No, that's very liquid. You know, the yellow one. So, quickly told him I wasn't very hungry and went off and wrote a polo poem. But he was always never happier with, you know, meat and potatoes and rice pudding. He loved his food. He never got into a flap, really. I mean, he was sort of a man, obviously, from a different generation to all of us. He never really judged people, and, you know, I remember that. He was a kind man. He certainly had integrity. Didn't want much help. It was only a few months ago I caught him with a bag of coal on his shoulder, trying to get into the house. I said, what are you doing? So we need coal for the fire. It's like 25 degrees. Stoking the fire with coal, but hated having help. Didn't want to fuss really about anything. He was a sort of epitome of understated, and if something was good for him in his life, that was a bonus. So that's the way he kind of lived his life, the way I saw it. And I think, you know, for us, he was a great companion for my mother, and I thank him very much for that. And, you know, thank you for everything today.